Welcome to People and Projects, 93.7 The Light, Hope 100.7. I'm JT Burcham, and today we're talking with an interesting person who recently did an interesting and fascinating project headed to Honduras on a mission. Welcome, Caleb Rogers from Lighthouse Baptist Church in Xenia. How you doing today, Caleb?
Doing very well.
Good. Thank you for being here. I was intrigued to talk to you back. I think you left. I think I talked to you a while back. It was maybe even the holidays, and you talked about doing a mission trip, and you ended up doing that just this month here in January. You just got back.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, okay.
Got back January 19th. So,
All right.
yep.
Again, with Lighthouse Baptist Church in Xenia. And, not everyone gets the chance to go on a mission trip. And so I'd like to talk through real quick. I think more people should go on short-term missions. You can learn a lot. You can be challenged and encouraged and see how other people worship around the world. How did you first get attracted to taking your recent trip?
Yeah. So I've always wanted to go on a mission trip because I knew I would learn a lot through it. I would see how God is moving and working through another country or another people group, and that also I also knew that I would learn a lot of practical things once I started working at Lighthouse and felt called to ministry. I knew there was a lot of different practical elements that I would learn along the way. So it was both primarily spiritual, primarily that I knew that the Lord would teach me a lot through it, and He did. And also, it was very humbling, just learning some of the logistical details that go into organizing a trip and working with a team and trying to keep everybody unified but again, all good stuff and learned a ton along the way.
Now, did you do the trip with a larger organization, with your denomination? How did you how was the site in Honduras located, or how was it picked and that kind of thing?
Yeah, so we went to visit a missionary that we support. He's a pastor down there for a church called Ecclesia Lorque. His name's Eric Woodworth, but he used to be the associate pastor at Lighthouse with Pastor Josh Bevan way back when the church was planted in 2009. He started the church here with him, but it wasn't until about 2018 that Eric and his wife Ashley felt called to go down to Honduras. And so they've been down there since then. There was a little bit of rocky terrain during the COVID era and stuff with just getting settled down there. But they've been down there ever since. Again, he pastors a church down there. He's got a couple guys that are getting ordained here soon and working in that direction. One of the guys was the music leader and minister who did a lot of the preaching at the camp. So when we went down there, for the first 4 days we were down there, we did a teen camp. And so one of his guys led a lot of the music, which we helped him out with. And that was kind of fun because normally I'm used to singing and playing at Lighthouse. So I'll play guitar and sing, but when we were on the trip, I played cajon. So I got to be the box drum guy in the background. So, but yeah, so it was missionaries we support down in Honduras. Was a previous pastor of the church at Lighthouse, and so we continue to support them in their mission. So we put the flight schedule together, the itinerary. We talked to him. He did a lot of the planning in terms of the trip itself, like what are we going to do when we're down there, and so we worked with them on that, and so it was mostly a trip organized by those involved, the missionary and the team here at Lighthouse.
So what kind of group did you take? How many folks went, and What were some of the projects that you found yourself involved in?
Yeah, so we took 17 people down, including myself, uh, all members of Lighthouse. And some of the work we did while we were down there. So I mentioned the teen camp. We did that for the first 4 days we were there, where the teens came. The first day or so, we were setting things up, helping out with facilities related stuff, communicating with Eric and the rest of the team on what's this going to look like, what's the day-to-day schedule going to look like. And then when the kids arrived, we would have breakfast in the morning. We would have like a morning devotional or message, and then activities throughout the day. So we would play games, and we organized some things like soccer, and then we did like a trail they had to run up the hill, and we launched water balloons at them and did a bunch of fun stuff that way. But yeah, it was pretty standard teen camp, and like kind of what most people are probably used to if they go to a camp here in the States. But the culture there is very much so it's a Catholic culture in Honduras, or I should say predominantly. Yeah. So they're very used to the idea of doing something religious, like praying a prayer or something, because that's what you're supposed to do. If I just pray this prayer, then I've done what I need to do. And or they'll come up with like a very dramatic testimony, like, oh, God saved me from this fire, or he, this car accident. But and that's wonderful that God has done that for you. But do you have a personal relationship with Jesus Christ? And so they really focused on the first couple of days building a foundation. The theme of the camp was Jesus es, so Jesus is. And so just who is this Jesus, and do you know him? And so for the first couple of days, they focused on that. And then finally on the third day, they gave an invitation for any of the teens or people there to call out to Christ. And we saw about 12 or 13 of the teens down there make decisions to follow Christ. And one of which was, well, actually, I'm not sure if she was included in this number, but we had a nurse come to the camp. And so she also called out to Christ as well. So that was an amazing testimony just to see that. And then so once we got back from the camp, we went to the hotel we were staying at. And Saturday we did some touristy things just to get to know the people in the church, to hang out with Eric and Ashley. And then Sunday we helped out with their worship service at the church. So that was a little bit of the rundown, I guess.
Yeah, very cool. Yeah, it's a great experience, especially for young people to be able to go and see other cultures and see how others worship and share their faith. That's part of what we're called to do. So thank you for leading the troop and the group to Honduras earlier this month. Now, turning a corner just a little bit, you also serve faithfully leading worshipers every single Sunday in Xenia, Lighthouse Baptist Church. What do you do there? You talk a little bit about Lighthouse Baptist Church. You music director, assistant pastor. That means you're on stage singing every week. Is that right?
Yeah. So most Wednesdays and every Sunday, I am up there leading the music. So I'm singing and playing guitar. So what that looks like is I help our lead pastor develop our worship service every week. So we put a plan together, and so I help with the music. Anybody that joins the church and is interested in serving on the team, I would take them through auditions and things like that. It's a wonderful and humbling thing to spend all day every day preparing my heart and mind to worship the Lord and to lead others in worship. Um, it's yeah, it's something where I have to check my heart each day, you know. um, but yeah, we have a wonderful, loving church family at Lighthouse. I get a lot of encouragement. People, you know, high five me, shake my hand, and so I see it as a blessing. You know, I get to lead people in song. I get to hear them sing to the Lord, and so my job is just to facilitate and bring people into that setting and get out of the way. You know, help people to point their eyes to Christ, to the Savior, to sing to Him, to hear from His Word. But then just step back and allow them to see His glory, to respond to Him. And again, that's a humbling thing, but it's a joy to be able to participate in that each day.
Yeah. Real quick, if someone is in the Xenia or greater Xenia area and maybe is looking for a church, how do you describe how to get to your place? Where is Lighthouse Baptist?
Yeah, so Lighthouse Baptist is located at 2040 West 2nd Street in Xenia, which is right next to the overpass on Upper Bellbrook, right behind Walmart and Lowe's. We're right across the YMCA in Xenia. So if you know where that's at, if you know where Penn Station's at, or if you like a good Philly steak sub or something,
pick one up and bring it in the church. I don't think that's encouraged.
Right. If you bring me one, then
okay. What times are services?
Yeah, so services are at 8:30 a.m. and then 11 a.m. So an early service and a late service, and then we have our life groups between at 10 a.m. One of our life groups is called Foundations class. So Foundations class is both a newcomer class and a membership class sort of combined. But it's basically where you will learn all of the most important doctrines at Lighthouse, like what we would teach, what we believe about the gospel of Jesus Christ. In Foundations, the first week you learn why do I need to be saved? Second week is how can I be saved? The third is what is biblical baptism? And then the fourth is the importance of my personal testimony. And so we kind of keep you moving through from there. But it's a great way. If you come to Foundations class, you get the opportunity to, well, I'll be in there because I administrate it. So I'm kind of a connection point there. But also Pastor Josh, our lead pastor, will sit down at table 1, and it's an opportunity to connect with him as well. But that's at 10 a.m. So that's our Foundations class. And then again, our main services are at 8:30 and 11 on both sides of that life group hour. So
nice.
Yeah.
I notice on your name badge there, you also say host of Lighting Your Way. That's of course the radio program. You guys have been friends of Hope 100.7 and 93.7 The Light for many years. You guys are on the air. So if folks want to know more about the church before they come out, they can hear some great messages Saturday night, 7:30, Sunday morning, 9:30, Sunday evening, 7:30. Lighting Your Way from Lighthouse Baptist Church. I think you help edit and bring some of that together. Yes, Caleb?
That's 100%. That is 100% right.
That's how we connect every single week. So.
Yep.
Well, Caleb, thank you for sharing your, about your trip to Honduras. Thank you for shining the light around the world. Thank you for shining the light here in Xenia, and appreciate all you do.
We appreciate you as well.
Yep. Thank you.
And
keep up the good work.
Enjoyed being here.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much for listening to People and Projects. Nice to have you along today. Don't forget you can subscribe, like, comment. We'd love to have your comments, and visit Lighthouse Baptist Church. Give them a visit if you're looking for a church in the Xenia area. So thank you so much for listening to People and Projects. See you again next time. Thank you, Caleb, very much.
You're welcome.